Well, hello there, Cancer. Welcome to Private Readings. I'm Lady J, and I'm here to talk to you about what's going on for November 10th through the 16th. This is going to be a big week. Of course, I have no cards in front of me because we didn't do an overview this month. I am just trying something out. I hope that you'll leave me a comment. Let me know if you like it or don't like it, and we'll figure it out from there. My better angels have big messages for us this month. All right, so all 12 signs are being told the same thing. We are all one. We are one big group. And if we can remember to appreciate each other for our similarities instead of our differences, we will get much further in life. And we will get much further in this next month for sure. Okay, so we're all brothers and sisters in this world, right? We come together as human beings, needing what? Food, shelter, clothing, to be happy, right? To be taken care of. And that's, we all want that in different ways. And sometimes we want other people to take care of us, and sometimes we want to do it ourselves. So the things that we want to focus on are the similarities more so than the differences. And we're going to work that through this month. And I do hope that if we don't get too excited and we stay focused on the similarities, we can get through it. All right? It's a good thing. All right, let's talk now about what's going on for this week. All right, so we've used this deck already. We're going to move on to the Mythic Tarot. And yes, all these cards are going to be laid out, all 36 of them. Dun, 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 dun. And we'll get going here. So yeah, last week was interesting, wasn't it? Yes, we had a lot of work stuff going on. And a new relationship. I was so excited to see that for you, Cancer. That's really great. Terrific stuff happening. Really like that. I'm a big fan of travel. I think travel is fun. If you can work it out and make it work for you, it's good. So that round is what's blocking you, and our final round will be our solutions. So let's do these, get these out so we can get right into the reading. I'm getting a little sloppy here. It'll all straighten itself out, I promise. Okay, so let's talk now about what's going on in the self department. What's going on with you personally, right? So what is happening with you personally? We have the Five of Swords. Inside your mind, you're taking your power back. You're deciding on what you can and cannot put up with and what you're willing to let other people take care of. So you're coming to some new terms with yourself, right? And like, okay, what do I got? Oh, but you're being a little judgy about how things go. So judgment is here. It's blocking you. So you're still very rigid about how you want things done. So you're like, wait a minute, can I let anyone do anything like that? I don't know, because it doesn't ever match my plan. But the Page of Pentacles is showing that new information about ways to make more money is probably going to be the one thing that wins out. So you're like, you know what? Maybe it doesn't matter how the house gets cleaned, as long as it does get cleaned. Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and go back to work. All right? So I feel like you're going to let work win out, and you're going to move forward. All right? So, cool. This is going to be your money department. What is going on there? We have a lady who's all about the money, likes a good bargain, and is very much so paying attention to the finances, who's going to be playing a part in your money right now. Your intuition is right here blocking you. Your gut is saying, oh my God, can I really trust her? I don't know if I can trust her or not. I'm freaking out a little bit. I feel like this is the same person you're going to be wanting to, like, handle stuff, right? Let her handle the household for a minute. I know it's awkward. Your judgment is off, and so is your gut, okay? Your gut is freaking out unnecessarily. There's new information coming to you. This is the Three of Pentacles, showing me that other people are throwing your name around for possible job stuff. So if you stay focused more on The fact that the Queen of Pentacles is telling you, oh, somebody wants you to have another job. Somebody wants you to have another job. Do. Instead of all the other stuff, I think you'll do very well here, okay? That's going to be good stuff. Now let's talk about your communication, all right? What are you doing? How are you handling it? You need to have a little more faith in people, okay? So this is all about how you're waiting on something to come your way, new information to come your way. You're not feeling it. You're not feeling like it's going to make it. You're like, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. And you're like praying about it almost because you want the universe to bring it to you pronto stat, and nothing is going quite at your speed. So you're in this situation where you have to sit back and wait. And I know that's really not your deal. You're not really digging the waiting part. But right now you have to sit knowing that it's going to come. It's going to come in its own darn good time. But you're going to have to wait for a minute, all right? So, yikes, I know. The Lovers is here showing that a relationship, your new relationship that showed up last week, could very easily be the thing that distracts you from the thing that you're waiting on. And interesting, it comes up in the communication department. So maybe you'll be talking with your partner about stuff instead of obsessing about the fact that you're not hearing back, okay? So maybe the distraction is the solution. Interesting. Because when you go with the flow, everything is beautiful, right? This lady is going with the flow. She has rainbows all around, and she is definitely winning, okay? So we want you to go with the flow, have a little faith, and hang out with your person, okay? So you can definitely do this. This is good. This communication situation is awesome. Yep. So you're going to take a minute and enjoy that little bit, and it'll be awesome. Now then, what's going on in your family department, all right? Okay, so things are going to get more fair for you with your family. Remember last week we were having little arguments and stuff and going, well, who wants to be around me? Some people didn't want to be around you. Some people did, but it was kind of a mixed bag, and you were like, huh. So now it's coming out more fair for you as well as for them. And I think that there's good things happening in that department. So you're going to be able to see some of your family and have a good time, but not have to do everybody. And it'll feel fair. It'll feel right. You don't have to do all the going. Maybe some of them will come to you. Nice. Oh, the Eight of Wands is showing me that it's going to happen really fast. Okay, lots of changes are happening really, really fast. Maybe they didn't realize how much you cared. And now they're like, oh, shoot, well, why don't we all go? Or we'll make arrangements to go in our own little time, and we'll make it work. So I like that. It's going to be a good thing. So you are going to have some wonderful things happening there. It's going to be very good and quick, all right? So things are going to come out better quickly. Nice. Ah, and the Four of Pentacles. And it'll even come out where you don't have to spend all your money to make it happen. Nice. So perfect. People are going to make decisions to come to you, I think. You don't have to go to them all the time. It's going to be a mixed bag, right? But it'll be a really good deal. Nice. Yay. So now let's talk about what's going on over here in the passion department. What is your passion right now? You were doing a bunch of cool things last week, and you incorporated your new significant other. Nice. Page of Wands. Something you need to learn about is coming your way. You're like, oh, I need to learn something new to make this work better. Yay. So what are we going to do? I don't know. Let's see. First, we're going to get financial advice is probably going to block you from wanting to do this, because when you realize the cost of the thing, you're like, oh no, it's going to cost a lot. Oh, there's a very good chance, Cancer, that you could probably build something else on your own without it having to cost a lot. So let's just see what it is, you know, see what the numbers are. It doesn't mean anything. Because, of course, the Ten of Pentacles shows up in answer. So you're going to get the advice, and then you're going to find the right money to make it happen. You might have some family money that you're able to use to make this thing happen perfectly just the way you want to. So, nice. Well done. All right, now we're going to talk about your health, and we're going to talk about your work. All right? Six of Cups. Six of Cups, yay. You're going to be able to give from your heart at work. You're going to be able to give from your heart, meaning you're going to listen to somebody talk about what's going on. You're going to hear someone's heart story. And that is giving from your heart, giving your time, giving your ear is just as much giving from your heart as anything else. I feel like you might have a lot in common with your new boss or your new old boss, where they have stuff going on and you have stuff going on, and you'll be able to share from your hearts what's really happening and be like, okay, cool, now we have something to share about. It's cool. Okay. And now in your health department, we're talking about how you definitely need to be more open with your doctors about how you're really feeling, so that they actually understand what's going on. Because if you aren't sharing what your symptoms are, they can't really plug them into the actual situation, okay? Now, the Ten of Swords in your work department shows that you're not going to be in control of anything that's happening, so you're just going to have to follow along and do what they tell you. Bummer. I hate when that happens. Equally, in your health department, the Ten of Swords is showing that your doctor's going to be like, oh, now that you've told us all about your symptoms, now we know exactly what's wrong, and this is what's happening, and you have to just follow these directions. And you're like, but they're going, nope, this is it. This is the solution to your problem. I'm like, oh, okay. You're actually going to find it very empowering. It's like new empowering information will be brought to you by your boss. Your boss is not only going to say, oh, cool, cool, cool. I'm glad that we're on the same page emotionally. That's nice. I'm still in charge. Don't worry about it. But I'm going to put you in charge of this one little thing, okay? So he's going to give you something to be in charge of. So you're going to have a little something that's your domain. And I think that you'll handle it just great, okay? Now, with your health, you've opened up about your symptoms. They've told you, oh, by the way, now we know exactly what's going on. This is exactly how you have to do it, and you're not in charge of it. Okay. But you are in charge of being the person. There is something you will be in charge of, whether or not you get the meds, where you get the meds, whatever that is, and how and when you take them is going to be something that you are in charge of. You have a tiny bit of control over that situation, okay? So don't be alarmed. I think you'll like it. It's going to be all right. What's going on with your relationships over here? Let's see what's going on with your relationships in the relationship and partnership department. Ta-da! Ooh, Empress. We're manifesting awesome things. We had the Empress over here before. That was your solution, but now you're in it. You're just seeping in the new relationship. You're enjoying it. You're wallowing around in the joy of what you've manifested. It's awesome. Loving it. Fighting for your ideas right now is going to block you from enjoying your happiness. So stop it. All right? Just stop it. Okay? Interesting. Your solution seems to be fighting for your power instead. As long as this is done in a frisky kind of way, I think that you're probably on point. All right, Cancer? So try and realize that you can do and end up in charge of certain things, and you can make it a flirt. You can make it a good way to flirt with your people, flirt with your person. Let them know that, hey, I can do that. You don't got to do that. I got that. All right? I got you. You sit down. I got this. All right? You can make this into a flirt battle. And I think they will like it. They were like, okay. They will happily sit down and let you dominate the kitchen if that's what you want to do. But yeah, you will have the control over certain areas that you want to be in charge of, and you can do it in a flirtatious way, and everyone will get on board with that. Awesome. So, this is the release and death department. It's where we let go of things that no longer serve us. Interestingly, last week we had the world was in our blocking department, but now it's right there up front saying starting and stopping things. You could be releasing an old habit and starting a new habit. So we're releasing something as well as starting something else. So we're looking at it because we're certainly getting involved with something over here. This is also the work stuff that you're releasing your extra time at home to go back to work. Three of Swords is here showing that you will have empowering information come to you that will block you from being able to either start or finish or walk away from something else completely. So you're not going to be able to scrape everything off your shoe. You're going to have a little residue. All right? Super frustrating. But the King of Pentacles is here saying, hey, I'm all about the money and I know what's going on here. I got this and I figured it out. So we're going to definitely take care of things. I feel like it has more to do with work. So you're going to need to work out some paperwork stuff. I think you still have like the information that you can't really share that blocks you from starting something. So this is going to be something about your paperwork. I think that you need to work on your paperwork with the financial guy at work to make sure that everything is summed up clearly and taken care of. Because, you know, maybe there were gaps in your employment that you need to fill in somehow, and you're figuring it out. It's kind of frustrating, I know, but it's going to be all right. Okay. So let's see what's going on right here. What do we have going on in the travel and movement department, huh? So we have the Eight of Pentacles. Yes, we are working. We were talking about you taking a trip for work. This is you taking a trip for work. This is still happening, okay? Like I said, you got to get that paperwork figured out with him to make sure everything goes right. All right, you're traveling for work. You're going to make money while you're traveling. This is good news. The Queen of Cups, this is your new relationship who's going to be blocking you from doing this. You got to remember, we're working on her old tapes, so you're going to make sure you're calling her regularly and letting her know that you love her. If you can make it the same time every night, that'd be great. Maybe 9 o'clock, something like that. It'll help her have a structure and know that if you're keeping to a structure that's that clear and concise, I mean, can't lose, right? Can't really lose. Well done. Nice. And of course the Ace of Cups is here, showing me that, yeah, guess what? There will be the gift of love in this weird little adventure you're doing here. I think that the fact that you're sticking to it with this lady, even as you're out working and you're calling on the regular, I think this is really going to turn into a love situation because she's really going to figure it out. She's going to go, oh, look, he's fully committed, she's fully committed, and I don't have to worry about that person being away while they're working. And that's awesome. And it's turning into an actual love situation. So real actual love is coming out of this situation. Very nice. Well done. Well done, Cancer. All right. Ambition. What's going on in your ambition department? What's your cup of coffee every morning? What are you getting up for? Three of Cups. You're getting up for the party. Yeah, buddy. Woohoo! Sometimes your work is your party. Sometimes your party is your work. Yay. And that is okay. It's great to know that you're feeling comfortable with the people you're working with. You're feeling happy to be there. You know you're where you need to be, you know you're making money, you know you're doing all these things are coming together, and you're like, the dominoes are falling into place. It feels like a party. And it is. It's a terrific and wonderful place to be. So, nice. Two of Wands will be blocking you. This is that another doorway, another opportunity that showed up a while ago. It was like, hey, wouldn't you want to come and do this other thing? Don't you want to go and try a different job? And maybe you had considered a different job for a while there, and it was on your mind. What if I did this other job that was more home, more around the house, more around my person? What if I did that? And I feel like that doorway is blocking you. And it's blocking you for a reason, because it's not who you are. You need to stay true to who you are. And this doorway here wasn't ambitious enough for you. It was more of a settling for something than it was, this is exactly who I am and this is what I need to do. So when you get this excited about going to this kind of work, it's really, really hard to sell whatever this doorway was, okay? And you're going to have enough money to take care of yourself and pay back the people that you borrowed from, okay? So don't be alarmed. You are going to be able to make the money that you need to take care of that and get back on your financial footing, all right? So good for you. I love that for you. No wonder you're excited about getting back, because you don't like owing people money ever. Very interesting. Yep, we were talking about this. Fairness coming back into play right here with the family. I think you borrowed money, and now you're going to be able to pay it back. Nice. Love that. All right, so now we're talking about Your friends. What's going on with your friends? Two of Pentacles. You are in a place where you and your friends are all getting to that place where you're working hard to balance your finances, and you really want to make that happen. So you're in that mode. I really want to balance my finances with your friends. Your friends are all like there, but you're all feeling a little bit like you need to walk away from something, or at least you are feeling like you need to walk away from something, and it's hard. Whatever this is, some of you are thinking about leaving your jobs of many years and doing something different. So some of your friends are on board with it. Some of your friends are not on board with it. It's a lot. There's a lot of question marks about that situation and trying to figure it out and make it work for you. So yeah, there's a lot of question marks there. And when you realize what you need to walk away from, or who you need to walk away from, maybe some of your friends who are choosing to balance their finances and do something different, maybe they're the ones you're walking away from. Maybe they no longer fit for you anymore. They're like, you don't fit in my world because you're doing something so completely different. I can't really do that. And you're walking away from them. And the Death card is all about that release. Releasing that person or that relationship or that job so that you can get going. And it has something to do with your friendships right now. I feel like there are so many changes that even your friends are making new decisions that are affecting whether or not they go back to the same old pile of work or they go somewhere else, and how that works for you. So yeah, we're really working towards the release in this situation, and I think it's going to be very interesting for you to see which way you end up going. Whether you keep the people, or you release the people, or you release the work and join the group that are not going back to that. So there's a lot of options in this, and we'll see how that plays out. All right, so let's go ahead and look now at the unclear department, the unknown department, meaning that things that are these cards will all relate to more than one of these little houses, and we'll see which ones go where. All right, so we have the Emperor creating a foundation. Oh yeah, we are. We're creating a foundation at work, creating a foundation with our ambition, and we're creating foundations definitely here with our family, and our passions are coming through, working on our physical selves and work for sure. All of this is about creating a good foundation. So the Emperor has shown up to say you are working on a proper foundation, you're shoring things up, you're getting things ready to go, you are doing great work. All right, what's blocking you? Old memories, old tapes. You've had a couple of years here where things were a little tough and a little rough, and some old tapes came up, things that told you maybe you weren't okay with it, and maybe you weren't going to make it, or maybe you shouldn't stay, or maybe you should go, or all the yada yadas. They're just stories, right? The old tapes coming up, I feel like some of that came up over here. Certainly with your friends, you were getting some old tapes between you and your old friends. Yeah, there was some stuff being said that you needed to work through, and I feel like you've come through it, certainly because you have this beautiful card here. And yes, relationships have pulled up old tapes too, so you're getting old tapes here in relationships, and yeah, right here, and where you're letting things go. All right, so yeah, and remember we talked the Six of Cups. You and your Six of Cups with your boss are really sharing a lot, and both of you are crushing old tapes that are saying that, yeah, this was, y'all were both thinking maybe this whole damn thing was over, but it's not. So you're busting up them old tapes because they're useless and trash. All right, nice. Now our solution for everything and everywhere and all the way around is new information about things that we care about. All right, so everywhere you're getting new information, you are indeed empowered in those moments. We got information here in your heart of hearts, right? We got new information over here about things you had to learn. Yep, and we got new information over here about your job and your health. So, but it's in more than those places just alone, because you definitely have other places. The communication department, there's always messages there. Your money is getting better for sure, and certainly to do with all of the work stuff that you're doing very well. I think everything is coming out nicely. There's new information coming to you from your relationship that's coming out nicer, for sure, because you're learning how to be in a relationship again. Ta-da! So great. Love to see that for you, Cancer. That is nice. You're doing well, all right? You're handling your business. You're taking care of business. You're trying new things and letting old crap go. Perfect. Love that for you, all right? So let's go ahead and talk about that for a second. Yeah, no, you are definitely progressing. You're moving forward. Love you very much for that. That is awesome. The growth, the movement, the shimmying, the shaking, the flexibility you're showing is so terrific. I do hope to see you all back next week when we'll talk about the 17th through the 23rd of November. If you haven't liked and subscribed yet, you might miss a video. That would be a bummer. So do the liking and subscribing. It's a tiny little channel, so it won't be too terrible. And it really helps the algorithm, and I really, really, really appreciate you guys. Especially in the beginning, every one person matters so much, and that means you matter to me. So thank you for being here. I appreciate you. We will talk next week. Thank you.